I've been telling people for a while, your favorite WWE superstar may not be with the company any longer. And today, the rumors are circulating that Daniel Bryan could be next. Now, I know you're thinking that this video is clickbait, but I gotta be honest with you. There is a lot of stuff that's being talked about on the internet. Daniel Bryan openly talking about his contract expiring soon, wanting to wrestle outside of WWE, and then obviously having a work-life balance. But also, there has been some very interesting announcements made by WWE that has everybody scratching their head. Now, based on the timing, it sounds like Daniel Bryan really could be on his way out of WWE, at least temporarily. I don't know. I'm going to kind of go into my thoughts of what's really happening here. But WWE did announce that next week on Smackdown, Daniel Bryan will be sacrificing potentially his Smackdown career for a Universal Championship match, meaning if he loses, he's off of SmackDown. Now, with Daniel Bryan also taking a role in WWE as a creative member, it got me thinking that WWE could be doing something very interesting here, something that we didn't see coming, and that includes Daniel Bryan wrestling outside of WWE. I'll explain all of this in just a moment, but if you guys are new here, the best way to show your support is by clicking that subscribe button and clicking that like button. These two things are things that I would love for you guys to do it because I love bringing you guys content, and seeing that you guys are interested definitely inspires me to do more. With that being said, I've also launched a free Discord server for a pro wrestling community that we're building. Check out all these links in the description. Merchandise, Discord, all these great things. You guys already know the drill. The links are down below. But we got to talk about Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan has definitely sparked a lot of controversy in the past because he's openly talked about competition at WWE. And now Daniel Bryan is talking about wrestling for competitors outside of WWE. It's something that he's trying to do. But the real question is, will WWE allow this? Now, on one side, I'm thinking WWE absolutely will not allow this to happen based on what happened with Chris Jericho. If you guys didn't remember, Chris Jericho asked Vince McMahon to do a Tokyo Dome appearance. He did one match with New Japan, and then he did another one, and then he did another one, and then he did All In, and then he did AEW, and he hasn't gone back. And these were things that a lot of people kind of knew outside of WWE, that Chris Jericho was no longer a WWE guy. And it makes you think maybe Vince McMahon possibly regretted allowing that to happen. So would WWE make that same mistake again with Daniel Bryan? Because let's be honest, Daniel Bryan wrestling in AEW, Impact, ROH, or New Japan would be a massive, massive deal. Now, would WWE open up the forbidden door and allow Daniel Bryan to work with another company if they have a hand in that agreement? You know, there's a lot of talks about a talent exchange. Is that a possibility? I guess it is. But is it likely? You just never know in 2021 with pro wrestling. But the idea that WWE is going to have Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns wrestle next week on SmackDown for the Universal Championship. If Daniel Bryan loses, he's not going to be competing on SmackDown. And technically, that would mean Daniel Bryan is not assigned to a television show with WWE. Now, my personal speculation is that Daniel Bryan's contract is being, it's going to end up, he's going to end up re-signing, in my opinion. And I think Daniel Bryan's going to move to Raw, mainly because Raw needs star power. It's hard to say for sure if that's going to happen because you never know with WWE. But obviously with the COVID pandemic and everything, there's always a very good chance that Daniel Bryan could in fact take a time, vacation time, whatever it is, right? Like I could see that happening as well. But I don't think Daniel Bryan's going to win the championship. I just don't see that being possible. But what I do see possible is Daniel Bryan possibly getting that granted from WWE, a stipulation within his contract that will allow him to wrestle elsewhere. I could see that happening too. I think WWE is in a very different business than they were a year ago, and I think that's always a possibility. But rumors of Daniel Bryan leaving, it's not really something I would say is clickbait because it's not something that should be unexpected if it were to happen. He's openly talked about leaving, things like that. It's very interesting, but I'm very intrigued. I want to know what you guys think about Daniel Bryan possibly leaving WWE. Altogether, is this something you want to see? Where do you want to see Daniel Bryan wrestle if it's not going to be on SmackDown? I kind of want to see Daniel Bryan in NXT. I know that's kind of like a weird thought, but hey, let me know how stupid that sounds in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.